Hello, and welcome to Baseline. I'm Steve Wright, and this is our preseason top 25 basketball teams. Today, it's the number 3 team in the nation preseason, the University of Virginia. Let's talk about the guards first for this team. They start off with experience, with Key Clark running the point guard. He's small. He's 5'8", but he's quick. He can get in the lane. He also can score at all 3 levels, even with his size. He's a good distributor, and he's not going to turn the ball over. And he gives them experience at the position. He's good, and I think that he won't have any drop off at all this year. I think he'll get better. Even a lot of times when you stay around 2 or 3 years, you kind of hit a spot. But with the system that he's in, I don't think it'll be any drop off with Key. The next guard I want to cover for them is going to be a freshman, Jabri Abdur-Rahim. His father played pro ball. Now, his father's a good player too, Sharif. He is not as big as his father. His father was like 6'9". This kid is 6'6", but he's athletic, 3-level scorer. He's quick. He's a strong finisher when he gets to the basket. He's more of a 2-level scorer than a 3-level scorer. And he uses both hands well when he gets to the hole to score the ball. He's best as a slasher, but he adds to this team a dimension that they really haven't had. Is someone that can go and get a shot, and when the shot clock is down especially, he can go and find a shot. And even in this offense where it stays in the flow of the game. The next guard I want to talk about is also a freshman. His name is Reese Beekman. Beekman's tough. He's a 3-level scorer. He's strong. He's athletic. He's a good passer. And he's really tough. This kid, I think, with this team, I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Bennett played 2 point guards out there at one time with Beekman and Key Clark. Beekman is that good where he's going to be on the floor. He also can fit this system. He's more of a dynamic scorer, but he can fit this system. He can really play. The next guard I want to cover is Thomas, and I know I'm going to butcher your last name, Wodentense. I'm sorry. I know I did, and I'm sorry. He's a 6'5" shooting guard, small forward. He's a lefty, great shooter, great shooting range, can put it on the floor and get his own shot. He didn't average a lot of points last year, but this is that Virginia team. They don't score a lot, but he's capable. He comes off screens. He's great at reading screens and catching and shooting. He's a good player. He can score at all 3 levels. The next guard I want to cover is Casey Morcell, who's a 6'3" shooting guard. He's strong. He's also a 3-level scorer. He didn't shoot the ball that well last year. I think that had to do a lot with being a freshman, and being in that system when you're only going to get so many looks as a shooter. So it's not a surprise, especially being a freshman, if you tend to be off sometimes. But I think he'll have a good bounce back year, being in the system a year and improving over the summer. I think he'll have a good bounce back year and be ready to really contribute to this team. Let's move on to the forwards. They've got a kid named McCoy that is a 6'7". He's a power forward guy, but he's more of a combo. He's strong. He's got good handles. He's more like he's got point forward skills. He's more of a 2-level scorer than a 3-level scorer, but he's decent quickness. And in a game when you got a smaller lineup out there, he can play the power forward and play it well. He's skilled. The next forward I want to talk about is the transfer that they got in from Marquette, sat out last year. Sam Hauser, his brother went to Michigan State, but Sam came to Virginia. Well, Sam is a 6'9", stretch 4. He can play a little small forward, especially in this system. He is a great shooter. He scores at all 3 levels. He can put it on the floor to drive. He doesn't create separation, but in this offense, when you've got kids like Clark and you've got Beekman out there that can create, and Morsell that can create for you, it opens up the floor for you to get your shots. He could also post and face and turn and shoot. He's in the perfect situation for him to be in. He's just going to have to shake off the rust from not playing last year, but he was there and he did practice, and that'll help a lot because he got to know the system and he'll be well coached. The next forward I want to cover is really the center, Jay Huff, who's a 7-footer. He's athletic, he can pass, he's got good shooting touch, he scores around the basket, he's capable of making threes, he's a good athlete. He's better than 8 points and 6 rebounds what he got last year. And I know it's the system, but he's still better than 8 points and 6 rebounds. I think he'll get more this year. They'll need him to get more this year. But he's a good passer, and he's got experience. He's been in the system. He's a good rebounder and defender, like all the Virginia players. They're good defenders, or they don't hit the floor. Excuse me. The next kid I want to cover is a 6'11" center who redshirted last year. He's Caden Shedrick. I was going to mess up his name, and I might still have, but Kate, if I did, I'm sorry, Kate. He's 6'11", athletic, good touch around the basket. He's a shot blocker. He'll have to shake off like 3 or 4 other kids, rust from not playing last year. But if this kid improves, the sky's the limit for him because of his athleticism at the center position and how they play, how Virginia plays. But he could be a big-time contributor for him this year. The next kid is Cody Stratman or Stroman. I can't even read my own writing, but he's a 6'7" small forward. He's a good shooter with range. He's a 3-level scorer. He can put it on the floor. He's going to have to fight for some playing time because this team, with the style they play, minutes are going to be hard to come by, but he is a good and capable shooter. Let's talk, excuse me, y'all. Let's talk about the strengths of this team. One, they don't turn the ball over, and they have a good mix of guards and forwards. Good shooters, and defensively, they are going to stop you. They're going to shut you down. They only gave up 52 points a game last year, so they're going to shut you down. And Abdul Rahim gives them a dimension, like I said, that they haven't had. They could be a dynamic scorer, even in this system. And Bennett's smart, so I think he may let him loose a little bit. Offensively, with him and Hauser, that gives Virginia a boost. The weaknesses of this team, scoring. Only averaged 57 points a game last year, even though they only gave up 52. And they're in trouble if they get behind, because if they get behind and they have to push the pace, they're not used to it. And it's hard to do that, to change and flip the mode and go into a faster pace when you're not used to it. I think they may play, like I said, Clark and Beekman together, which will help them. But this team's weaknesses mainly is offense, and they're going to have to put the ball in the hole a little bit more. And I think they can, especially with the new kids they brought in between Beekman, Abdul Rahim, Hauser, Shedrick. I think they could really be a much better offensive team. Now, they ain't going to come out and score 75 a night, even though they could, but they're not. Maybe 65, 62, something like that. Coaching, they've got a great coach. I don't like the style they play. But he is a great coach, great X and O man, great teacher of even offense and defense, especially defense. He gets the most out of his kids. I think the kids like playing for him. I'm sure they like playing for him to come there and play that style, because that's a lot when you come and play that slow down, boring style. I mean, that team has more success of getting you a good night's sleep than a CPAP machine. But the man can coach. I think this could be a Final Four team. I think they could win the ACC. The ACC is going to be a race between Virginia and Duke. Throw Carolina in the mix there, and that's how it's going to be. But anyway, please hit like and subscribe and share and hit the bell for everyone that has subscribed. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time with the number 4 team in the nation. Thanks.